Hello again, I'm Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at two Ultra cases, the Defender and Grid. The Defender is a small mid-tower case that's available in two colors, beige and black, and is mostly steel except for a few plastic parts. There are three different models: beige with a 350 watt power supply, black with a 350 watt power supply, and the one I'm reviewing, black with a 400 watt power supply. At the front there are three external 5 1/4 inch drive bays and one external 3.5 inch drive bay. Here's the power and reset buttons, power and hard drive activity LEDs. They also include two USB ports and plenty of ventilation at the bottom to allow an optional 80mm fan to intake air inside the case. The left side panel has ventilation at the bottom for the video cards, also a CPU duct which allows the CPU's fan to intake cool air onto the CPU. At the back of the case they include a 400 watt X-Connect VS modular power supply with flex force cables, an I/O shield plate, and a 120mm fan. The 7 expansion slots are at the bottom and they include two thumb screws on the left side panel. This case is compatible with micro ATX and standard ATX form factor motherboards, and since this is a rather small mid-tower case, there isn't a lot of room to work, and the motherboard tray is not removable. They also include four internal 3.5 inch drive bays. Also note that none of the drive bays or expansion slots has a toolless design. At the bottom, seemingly there are places to put either plastic or rubber feet, however, none came in the package. Finally, have a listen to the stock cooling. The Grid is a mid-tower case that comes in a black color and is mostly steel except for a few plastic parts. There are three different models, one with a window but no power supply, another without a window but with a 500 watt power supply, and one with a window and a 700 watt power supply. At the front there's a door which is held into place with magnetic force. This door opens to reveal four 5 1/4 inch external drive bays and two external 3.5 inch drive bays. Also note that this door has one open area for accessing a single 5 1/4 inch drive. Here's the power and reset buttons, power and hard drive activity LEDs. There's also lots of ventilation at the bottom to allow the included 120mm fan to intake cool air inside the case. Here's the USB 2 ports, a microphone, and headphone jack. The left side panel has lots of ventilation and an adjustable CPU duct which allows the CPU's fan to intake cool air onto the CPU. At the back of the case they include a 500 watt V-series power supply, an I/O shield plate, and a 120mm fan. The 7 expansion slots are at the bottom and they include two thumb screws on each side panel. Also note that the left side panel can be secured using an optional lock. This case is compatible with micro ATX and standard ATX form factor motherboards, and since it is a mid-tower case there isn't a lot of room to work on the inside and the motherboard tray is not removable. There are 5 internal 3.5 inch drive bays. Also note that while all of the drive bays have a toolless design, the expansion slots do not. At the bottom are four plastic feet. Soft rubber feet would have been preferred because they have better anti-vibration properties and won't scratch the surface. Finally, have a listen to the stock cooling. Both of these cases offer tremendous value, especially the Defender case, but this case is really intended for the budget market. Now the Grid case is a step up. You get two 120mm fans, a 700-watt option for the power supply, and it's a little larger on the inside, so it's easier to work, and the overall appearance on the Grid is a little better than the Defender, but both of these cases are great. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds. This has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also, pop into my website at www.3dgameman.com. And while you're there, you can go into the forums and register. And remember, registration is completely free. Also, keep in mind, you can find out a lot more on these products in the forum. And as a final note, if you love watching my video reviews, please remember to help support 3dgameman.com. If you wish to support, please visit support3gm.com. Until next time. Take care. Modular power supply with Flex Force. Flex Force. And also is modular and has force, feedback, force, Flexi Force.